outline some of our notable achievements and breakthroughs in the last 5 weeks and discuss topical issues bordering on safety and security of our communities. With the understanding that we owe a duty to the public to get them abreast of our activities, policies, and crime control mechanisms and successes, we are poised to ensure a constant engagement with the public to show transparency, accountability, and commitment to changing the policing narratives of our nation. This meeting is significant as we enter this year's Ember Month, and it will spur us to review the internal security situation of the country with a view to revamping our strategies towards bolstering the nation's security governance, economic growth, and national development, especially as we traverse the unique last quarter of the year. The meeting will also avail us the opportunity to enumerate some of our operational plans towards policing the off-season gubernatorial election, which will be held concurrently in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi states in November of this year. The internal security situation of the country over the last 1 month or thereabout has been relatively calm, despite the threats of political and socio-economic instability that greeted the removal of fuel subsidy and post-election tribunals across the country. Comparatively, we have recorded lesser number of violent crimes and other major offenses across the country. We are all aware of the recent government efforts towards achieving economic recovery and growth through local and international engagements with investors and technocrats. The Nigerian Police Force is poised to support the efforts of government by providing the needed security and enabling environment for all legitimate businesses and other economic activities in Nigeria. We are not leaving any stone unturned, and we will continue to be on our toes in ensuring that we play our roles well in the efforts towards achieving economic growth as well as social and political development of our country. Consequently, all command commissioners of police and other tactical commanders are hereby directed to ensure adequate security is emplaced and sustained in their areas of responsibilities. Any attempt by unscrupulous elements to sabotage the economic revival that our country is about to witness will be met with stiff opposition from all of us. In the past 5 weeks, our committed officers have demonstrated relentless determination in upholding law and order through meticulously planned and well-coordinated operations driven by actionable intelligence. The Nigerian Police Force has effectively disrupted multiple infamous criminal syndicates involved in organized crimes, leading to arrests of 288 armed robbery suspects, 187 kidnap suspects, 198 homicide suspects, 59 suspects for possession of prohibited firearms, 168 suspects involved in cases of rape, defilement, and other sexual offenses, 265 suspected cultists, and 1,891 suspects for various crimes. A total of 127 firearms of different calibers, 612 assorted ammunition, and 89 stolen vehicles were recovered nationwide, while 71 kidnapped victims were rescued unhurt and subsequently reunited with their families and loved ones within the same period of 5 weeks. In order to tackle all forms of arms, related cases in the country, we have set up an ad hoc committee tasked with the comprehensive review of firearms licensing and regulations in line with the Firearm Act and other extant laws in the interest of public safety and general security. The committee's mandate will encompass a thorough assessment of current firearms licensing procedures and regulations, with the aim of enhancing their effectiveness, transparency, and accountability. This will be done in collaboration with relevant stakeholders to ensure a holistic and well-informed review. On this note, all individuals involved in the wrongful possession of arms and light weapons are hereby warned to submit such illegally possessed weapons to the police at the police station nearest to them. This will attract no sanction. All state commissioners of police and supervising assistant inspectors general of police in charge of zonal commands, as well as tactical commanders, are by this announcement mandated to immediately commence a total clampdown on the illegal fabrications, sales, possession, and use of prohibited firearms in the country. All Nigerians are hereby urged to report all suspicious firearms-related activities to their local police stations. This can also be reported through the various MPF social media platforms for prompt response and action. The Special Intervention Squad. In furtherance of our resolve to ensure that all forms of violent crimes in Nigeria are adequately prepared for, identified, and tackled, and in line with my earlier directive for the establishment of a 40,000-strong Special Intervention Squad, a team of 25 trainers and instructors drawn from various police colleges and training schools have been carefully selected to embark on a specialized training abroad. The mission is to give them relevant training in the Special Intervention Squad program, an initiative aimed at equipping our personnel with advanced skills and techniques for handling complex security challenges across the country. Recognizing the importance of cutting-edge technology in modern law enforcement, we have made significant investments in upgrading our infrastructure and digital capabilities, and these are yielding positive results. The Central Motor Registry, CMR, which was recently automated and rolled out, have revolutionized police response to the challenge of stolen vehicles in the country. The platform affords Nigerians the opportunity to register their vehicles online, which improve the chances of recovering such vehicles in the event that they get stolen. In the period under review, the CMR platform has witnessed a total registration of 1,244 vehicles, out of which 234 were found to have been reported stolen on the platform. The swift response The swift response of the CMR desk officers in conjunction with field operatives led to the recovery of 46 stolen vehicles so far. This number is included in the total number of 89 stolen vehicles recovered in the last 5 weeks. Efforts are still ongoing to recover more with the hope of recovering all. Recently, in response to the escalating cyber threats targeting the banking and financial sector, as well as the unfortunate incidents of several unsuspecting members of the public falling prey to high-yield investment fraud, the Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center, MPF-NCC, was given approval to convene a pivotal symposium which brought together compliant and fraud desk officers from various banks across the country, with the primary objective of fostering active collaboration and engagement in our ongoing fight against cybercrime. Building on this initiative, a well-coordinated intelligence-led operation was initiated, resulting in the apprehension of 10 notorious cyber criminals. This operation, conducted from August 16 to 28, 2023 was in direct response to the emergence of a novel cyber threat characterized by the creation of cloned banking websites facilitating high-yield investment scams and money laundering. The arrested persons, all male residents of the Federal Capital Territory, have provided confessions regarding their varying degrees of involvement in these criminal activities. Following the completion of the investigation, they have accordingly been charged to court. I strongly urge members of the global cyber community to maintain vigilance and promptly report any platforms promising unrealistic high returns on minimal investments or any other forms of cybercrime through the police dedicated e-reporting portal at incb.npf.gov.ng. Safe Schools Initiative. In line with our commitment to foster the safety of our educational institutions across the country, we will soon be announcing the deployment of technology in the operational activities of our School Protection Squad. We are delighted to have engaged technical partners who are already collaborating with us in this regard. Our focal officers as well as strategic managers have already undergone training in preparation for the implementation of this technology-driven approach. Similarly, we launched the Standard Operating Procedure (SOP) manual for the Schools Protection Squad on August 9, 2023 at the Abuja Continental Hotel, Wuse Zone 4, Abuja. This significant step follows the recent establishment of the Schools Protection Squad, which is a specialized unit dedicated to safeguarding schools and educational institutions nationwide. The SOP manual serves as a comprehensive guide outlining the operational framework for the Schools Protection Squad. It delineates the unit's organizational structure, mobilization procedures, and the code of conduct for its officers. Additionally, it establishes protocols for collaborative efforts with other security agencies, ensuring a coordinated response to threats against educational institutions with operative strategies, including intelligence gathering, community policing partnerships, fostering police-public cooperation, collaborating with other agencies, securing internally displaced persons, deploying logistical assets, offering humanitarian services, and providing training to school managers, teachers, and local communities to effectively respond to emergency situations. The NPF Gender Policy. As a follow-up to efforts aimed at promoting gender inclusivity and enhanced professional development within the Nigerian Police Force, our administration has approved a reviewed gender policy for the Nigerian Police Force, which was recently launched to cater for the gender sensitivity of our present client. Similarly, our administration has overseen a mentoring program for young women officers. Thank you, AIG Force Animal Branch. This initiative aligns with our commitment to implementing the National Action Plan on Women, Peace and Security, in line with the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325. The program, which began with an interactive section led by the Force Gender Advisor and other senior female officers, aims to equip young female officers with the skills and confidence needed for successful careers. They will receive continuous mentorship and guidance from experienced female officers on the field, fostering personal and professional growth, which will in turn promote attitudinal and behavioral change in our officers. This is not limited to only the female corps, but also the male officers will benefit from this initiative. The Nigerian Police Force is dedicated to fostering gender diversity and inclusivity at all levels as we adapt to modern challenges, contributing to a more effective and resilient policing system in Nigeria. General discipline. Discipline is paramount in entrenching professionalism, and we will spare no effort in upholding the standard of discipline in our officers. The IGP monitoring unit and the ex-court operatives, along with supervisory senior officers, are now being deployed to check the checkpoints on our highways. Our goal is to ensure strategically placed and corruption-free checkpoints that prioritize public safety and minimize inconveniences. While we acknowledge concerns about checkpoints, they are vital for visibility policing. I therefore urge members of the public to be patient with our men deployed to the checkpoints. Their presence at the checkpoint is for our safety. Members of the public who experience any ugly encounter with the men are urged to report such ugly experience promptly through any of the phone numbers that have earlier been published nationwide. And if the experience is pleasant, you may also wish to share. We are equally aware of the challenge posed by the continued presence of unauthorized persons on the various highways around the country in the guise of revenue collection, who constantly constitute nuisance on the highways by obstructing the flow of traffic and engaging in mischievous activities such as the seizure of vehicles, collection of fines, and other unlawful activities. All state commissioners of police are hereby directed to immediately commence the dismantling of such non-security checkpoints within their areas of responsibilities and arrest all violators for prompt prosecution. To bolster accountability and transparency within the force, we have taken steps such as reinforcing the IGP monitoring unit and the complaint response unit based at the force headquarters. And efforts are ongoing to establish complaint response unit offices, states of the Federation. That tip has earlier been given to all recent distressing events. We must not forget the abductions of 8 National Youth Service Corps members in Zamfara. The safety and well-being of all our citizens, particularly our young NYC members, remain utmost important to us. We are firm in our commitment to intensify our efforts at ensuring the safe rescue of these abducted corps members and all others still in captivity of criminal gangs in any part of the country. Currently, we are actively engaged in the sharing and analyzing intelligence gathered thus far, while also exploring collaborative efforts with other security agencies to secure the unconditional release of these individuals as swiftly as possible without harm. It is imperative to note that rescue operations generally demand a careful, tactical, and deliberate approach conducted with the utmost caution to avoid unintended harm to the victims. Rivers Police Command. The tragic killing of a divisional police officer, SP Bako Angbashi, in Rivers State is another event which serves as a stark reminder of the multi-dimensional challenges we face in maintaining security and order across our nation. We have mobilized efforts to ensure the perpetrators of this mindless killing are brought to swift justice, while we sound a note of serious warning to those who have patience for killing our policemen. The slain officer was known for his courageous exploits against vicious criminal elements terrorizing the communities where he served. His gruesome murder and subsequent mutilation of his body is unacceptable to us. The perpetrators of this heinous crime have murdered sleep, and they shall sleep no more. They will be hunted down with all resources at our disposal. Never again shall we be ordinary in our response to the killing of our officers. Kano State Command. In Kano, we recorded the evacuation of large quantities of fake and expired drugs on 22nd August 2023, discovered in 2 different warehouses located at Malam Kato Market. Those who engage in the illicit business of trading in expired and substandard drugs are as callous as those who are killing our innocent citizens. We will from now on intensify our collaboration with the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, in ensuring that this group of criminals are no longer given space to operate in our communities. Lagos State Command. Similarly, in Lagos State Police Command, proactive intelligence-based operations have significantly contributed to maintaining law and order in the state. This has led to the arrest of 66 suspects engaged in various crimes, including armed robbery, unlawful possession of arms, impersonation, courtesan, murder, etc. And the recovery of 14 firearms, including 2 AK-47 rifles, one of them locally fabricated, 2 locally fabricated toy guns, 15 live cartridges, 4 expended cartridges, 25 live ammunition, 34 bags of weed suspected to be Indian hemp, 6 vehicles, 2 bags containing fake US dollars, fake pound sterling note, and 66 kegs of fake Total engine oil. FCT Command. The FCT Police Command in the past 5 weeks have recorded significant achievements in spite of pockets of ugly incidents. There have been arrests of 948 suspects for various violent crimes and the recovery of various sophisticated arms and ammunition of different calibers, as well as stolen vehicles. 903 of the arrested suspects were charged to court, where 876 of them were convicted. This achievement demonstrates the dedication and effectiveness of the Nigerian police across various states in Nigeria in responding to criminal activities and ensuring the safety and security of members of the public. Conclusion. The past 5 weeks have been a period of good and bad for the Nigerian police. In spite of pockets of ugly incidents recorded in some parts of the country, Nigeria is presently witnessing a steady decline in the general crime rate when compared with the previous figures. The combined efforts of our officers, the support of the federal government, the cooperation and assistance received from state governments and members of the general public have been integral to these achievements. I need to restate that the Nigerian Police Force under my watch will continue to adopt and embrace modern policing strategies. We will continue to adopt and embrace modern policing strategies and an all-inclusive paradigm shift to tackle the various dimensions of crimes and criminalities in Nigeria. Furthermore, we will always welcome and appreciate support from all well-meaning Nigerians and stakeholders in driving our mandate to uphold our collective heritage and national safety. As we move forward, we remain committed to upholding the highest standards of professionalism, integrity, and service to the nation. I thank you for listening.